Suppose for example, see this beautiful question. Suppose for example my question is square root of 7 into square root of 7. Sir, we solved plus in between, we solved minus in between. What if it is into in between? Yes, I am solving that. Square root of 7 into square root of 7 into square root of 7 infinite times. Now listen carefully, sir. This is my method 1. I will call it as x. Method 1 says that square root of 7, I kept the first term as it is. This entire thing is nothing but my question. I will replace it with x. This is x. Squaring both sides, 7x is equal to x square. 1x will cancel. X is equal to 7. And that x is nothing but what I called it for my question. Right? And that x is nothing but what I called it for my question. That is my method 1. Method 2. Method 2. Square root of 7 into square root of 7 into square root of 7. Infinite terms. Your answer options are 3, 5, 7, 9. Beautiful way of solving again. First square root, write it as it is. If I use first option, this entire thing I will substitute as 3. Square root of 21, I assumed it as 3. Is it equal? No. If I take the third option, first root 7 I wrote. This entire thing I substituted as 7. Square root of 7 into 7 is square root of 49. It is equal to 7, which is nothing but my assumption. That is my answer. Method 2, so beautiful. No usage of x and y variables. Don't use these variables. Who asked you to use that variable, sir? Did anyone ask you? No one asked you to use that variable method. People who are messaging me for the content in my regular message, please message me in WhatsApp, sir. It helps me. See here. Can I say that this root 7, root 7, root 7, root 7 in infinite? Answer what I got? 7. Right? I got the answer as 7. In general, can I say root x, root x, root x, root x multiplied infinite times? Answer will be x. Right? Answer will be x. Now, again a beautiful question. Connecting the dots from the previous question. See here, sir. Root 7, root 7, root 7 infinite times is equal to 16807 whole to the power of y. Right? 16807 whole to the power of y. If this is the condition, then find the value of y. Now, just 1 minute before we discussed, this left hand side is nothing but root 7, root 7, root 7 multiplied infinite number of times is nothing but, it is nothing but 7. It is nothing but 7. 7 is equal to 16807 whole to the power of y. Right? It is 16807 whole to the power of y. Now, 16807, you should know it as 7 power 5. Sir, how will we know that 16807 is 7 power y, 7 power 5, sir? Yes, do it, sir. Try it out, because here the base is 7. This also should be base 7. That kind of numbers only they will give it definitely. Try it out. 7 cube is 343. 343. 7 square is 49. So, can I say that just by unit digit or digital sum concept, I will make sure that it is 16807. 7 power 5 is 16807. That means, can I say that this 7, this 5, if I move it to the right hand side, so it becomes 1 by 5. 16807 to the power of 1 by 5 it becomes. Here the power is y. Here the power is 1 by 5. They both are same. Y value is 1 by 5. Simple way of solving. Y value is 1 by 5. See here, sir. I am writing the next question of this beautiful class on surds and indices. Now, you might get a doubt. Sir, whatever the question which you have solved till now, suppose for example, root 7 into root 7 into root 7, this is infinite number of times. If it is infinite number of times, the value is 7. Suppose if it is not infinite times, suppose if it is finite times, if there are n terms, I am trying to connect the dots again between my previous question. If there are only n terms, how to get the answer, sir? Can you please tell me that methodology? Again, I am teaching you that beautiful method, sir. Listen carefully. Suppose your question is root 11 into root 11 into root 11 into root 11. Like that it is written 11 times. I want to find this value, right? I want to find this value. Now, listen carefully. base is 11, right? Base is 11. A power m whole power n is a power m plus n. This root is nothing but power 1 by 2. For this 11, root is there, another root is there outside. That means power 1 by 2, again power 1 by 2 is there. So it is power 1 by 4. A power m plus n, power 1 by 4. For this 11, 3 roots are there. That means 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 is 1 by 8. This 1 by 8 will be added in the power. For this 11, 4 roots are there. So it is 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, it is 1 by 16. That will be added in the power. Next it will be 1 by 32. Like that the same thing keeps continuing 11 times, right? Continuing 11 times. Now I should add all the things which is there in the power. How to add all these things? Very easy way of adding is 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 16. Let me write it here. 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 16, etc. This is in geometric progression because the common ratio between the consecutive terms is the same. 1 by 4 and 1 by 2 ratio is 1 by 2. 1 by 8 and 1 by 4 ratio is 1 by 2. 1 by 16 and 1 by 8 ratio is 1 by 2. Common difference, common ratio is the same, therefore it is in geometric progression. Sum of n terms is geometric progression. R value is half, which is less than 1. These are all the basics you should know. It is a into 1 minus r power n divided by 1 minus r. This is the sum of n terms in geometric progression if r is less than 1. A value is the first term half. All these things you know it, which we studied in 7th 8th standard, into 1 minus r value is half. Power n is 11 times it is written, power n is power 11 divided by 1 minus r is half. If I simplify further, can I say it as 1 minus half is half, half will cancel. Sum of n terms is 1 minus 1 by 2 whole power 11, right? Whole power 11, or it is 1 minus 1 by 2 power 11. 2 power 11 is 2048. Your final power is nothing but 2047 divided by 2048. That means this entire value for 11 times, for 11 terms, the sum is 2047 divided by 2048. Answer is 11 divided by 2047 divided by 2048. Very easy way of solving question. I believe that it is clear, sir. This is one of the methodologies which you can implement. The other methodology which you can directly straightforward implement, I already gave the proof of method 2. Proof of method 2, I am getting it as 1 minus in the power 1 minus 1 by 2 power 11. 11 is nothing but how many times it is written, right? How many times it is written. So can I say that directly I can write, suppose if the question is root x into root x into root x, like that it is written n terms, n times it is written. Directly you can write it as x power, here x value is 11, here also I got it as 11. So x power, it is 1 minus 1 by 2 power n. N value is n terms here, here it is 11 terms. 1 minus 1 by 2 power 11. That is what I got here also. Proof I already gave it to you in this question. So directly substitute and use this formula if you are a formula based learner and get the answer. My role is to teach you multiple methods. One is by textbook formula method, other is not by using formula. Your role is to pick up the method whichever you are comfortable with. All these are excellent questions, sir. These are all excellent questions to solve. Kindly comment in the live chat if my students are very clear till this point of a time. Now see this question, sir. Before solving a next question which is very tricky, let us understand with an easy question. See this question. Suppose your question is root of p square plus root of p power 4, right? Root of p power 4. Easy question, we will understand first. Can I say that this is root of p square plus root of p power 4 is nothing but p square, and in this I can take p square common factor. I can write 1 plus 1. Root of p square is how much? It is p. Root 2 will be there. Now this is very easy to solve, but I want you to learn something, right? I want you to learn something. Now AAR, if bigger power is there, answer will be in that format itself. It will be in power only. You need not simplify. I simplified 2 power 11, which I know it as 2048. But if it is 11 power 25, answer option also will be given like that. Don't expect you to that person will not expect you to simplify. He will also not simplify and give in the number format. Answer will be given in 11 power 25 itself for the previous question if that is the case. I believe it is clear, sir. Now see here, sir. This is very easy to solve, but I want you to understand something in this. Can I say that root of p power 4 is there? If it comes outside the square root, it becomes p square. Again, if p square comes outside, now see here, p square is there as the first term here. If it comes outside, it becomes p, right? It becomes p. It becomes p plus something, right? P plus something or p into something, whatever it is, right? That is what I am teaching. Suppose, one more example, square root of p power 4 plus root of p power 8 I have. Now, same thing, p power 4 plus p power 4 I will write. That means can I say it is plus something I have here. Forget about that something. This p power 4 plus something I will get. Similarly, p power 4, this first term, if I take it outside square root, I will get p square. Can I write it as, if I take outside the square root, inside the square root, what is left? 1 plus something is left. Forget about that something. It can be anything depending on the question. Here I will be left with 1 plus something, right? I believe that it is clear. If I take this first term outside the square root, p power 4 will become p square, and inside the square root it will be 1 plus something. This point is something which I want you to learn, right? Which I want you to learn. Now listen carefully, sir. Listen carefully for this beautiful question. It will be very tricky if you do not listen carefully. So kindly please listen to this question. Extremely very clear understanding. I would try to give it for you people. Now see here, I am drafting this question. Slightly tricky to understand, but once you understand, it's very easy. Suppose your question is like this: p plus square root of p square plus square root of p power 4 plus square root of p power 8 plus square root of p power 16 plus, like that infinite terms I will take it to. Now very easy way shall I tell it to you, sir? I just now told you that. What is that I just now told you? If this is p power 4, if I take outside square root, it becomes p square. Inside square root, it will be 1 plus something. Same logic. This is p power 16. Outside square root, if I take, it will be p power 8, right? It will be p power 8. Inside square root, it will be 1 plus something, right? This infinite terms will keep continuing. So this will be p power 8 plus p power 8 square root. These all terms remain the same, right? Square root. Again, same explanation for you people. This is p power 8. Outside square root, it will be p power 4. Inside square root, it will be 1 plus. This root 1 also I will write it as it is, and it continues to infinity, right? It continues to infinity. Same thing. Now write this one. So this will be square root of p power 4 plus p power 4 plus etc. This p square plus something square root, all these things will remain the same. That will not change. Similarly, if I keep continuing, if I keep writing that, this is plus, right? If I keep writing that p power 4, if I take it outside the square root, then it becomes p square. Inside the square root, it becomes 1 plus something. These all root 1 I will keep writing as it is again, right? I believe that you are able to understand it so beautifully. This plus p square under the root, I will write it as it is once again. Plus p plus is something outside. Again from this p square, if I take it outside, it becomes p plus p. It becomes p plus root of 1 plus root 1 plus root 1 etc. Again, if I take here p is there, here also p is there. If I take p common factor, it becomes, I will write it here, sir. If I will write this term here. That last term I will write it again here. P plus p root of root 1 plus etc. till infinity. If I take p common factor, it is 1 plus root 1 plus root 1 plus root 1 etc. till infinity. This value we know it as root of 4x plus 1 plus 1 divided by 2. We learnt it sometime before. So I can make use of that corollary and write it as p into 1 plus x value is 1. 4 into 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. It is root 5 plus 1 by 2. Take the LCM, you will get the answer. Final answer is p into 3 plus root 5 by 2. Very, very tricky question. But you need not write all these steps in the examination. Rather, you can directly try eliminating few intermediate steps. I only wrote for your explanation purpose and nothing else. Only for the sake of explaining for you to understand, I wrote everything. Nothing else is the intention of writing all those things. I believe that this idea should be very, very clear for you people, sir.